My name is Kevin Ray, and you're listening to Truckers and Others. Good Monday morning. Here we are. Yeah, I got a little sidetracked with the upload, so they were a little out of whack, but oh, come on. There we go. Driving the 8-speed, so it really fucks me up every now and again when I try to drive it. Everything's going well today. So a lot has happened over the weekend. This will be like a weekend wrap up deal. But as of today, I purchased some 33-inch tires. I was a little worried about them. The guy told me, he's like, oh yeah, I had them on my truck and I took them off. Well, people don't, if they're good tires, people don't usually just take them off and then buy brand new ones. He said they were getting a little worn. I'm like, oh fuck, well they're all worn out. No, they're actually pretty fucking decent looking tires. So I don't know, maybe, I don't know, he works with me, so it's not like it's gonna be a big deal. But anyways, so I got some 33s, I got my rims, and I just bought balancing beads off of Amazon. Counteract balancing beads. I don't know. There's a bunch of it seems like I don't know, my black truck or my brown truck I used to have, my 78, I had gotten balancing beads put in those, but they were like fucking beads. They were like big motherfuckers. It sounded like it was raining every time that thing drove around because they were so big and loud in there. So I don't know. I guess I didn't really realize balancing beads are really small. So this is just like a pack of sand, basically, and you just toss it in your tire, and as you drive, it'll break open and it'll be good. I got the 4-ounce packages, so I guess I'll be putting 4 ounces in each tire. Hopefully that'll work. Oh, no! Yesterday I played a lot of video games. I shouldn't have. I should have fucking went outside and worked on the truck. It was raining a little bit. But, you know, I'm going to have to wait a little bit to get the brakes situation. I need to figure out what's wrong with them first. And I don't know. I've been so fucking busy that it was really nice to take a day off of everything. And I didn't do a damn thing. I didn't even get dressed yesterday. I laid around on the couch all fucking day. And you know what? I'm the kind of guy that needs some of that. I need some lay around, eat some pizza, and just don't do anything. And I got it, finally. Been waiting on one of those days. Saturday, what the fuck did we do? Oh, I worked all Saturday. I agreed to work Saturday. I don't know why. I mean, money is nice, right? So I agreed to work on Saturday. Here's the spitter. And everything went well. No issues on Saturday. Job went as planned. Nobody got hurt. Nobody got angry. Everything went really good. So that was nice. And I got home and I just kind of laid around again. Let's see. Friday, I had Friday off. Woke up in the morning and I had to go to the doctor's office. Dermatologist. And they removed 2 moles. So I have one mole that's like in the very center of my belly, like right in the fucking middle. And I've always had it. And so I said, hey, will you take this one off? And they're like, sure. And then they had another one on my back. They were like, yeah, the one on your back looks a little weird, so let's go ahead and take it off too. So not a big deal. They numb you. and I didn't even feel like the numbing shot really. And then they slice it off. Like they do it so fucking quick. Like they just shoot you, cut it, burn you. I didn't even know they were doing that until I smell my burning flesh. And they're like, "Yeah, we're cauterizing the wound." I'm like, "Oh fuck!" So yeah, they just everything, and then they're like, "All right, we're done now. Let's do your front one." And then they do the front one. I'm like, I gotta keep my eyes closed the whole time. And but it was literally maybe 10 seconds worth of work they did, and got it done. Um, what else did I do? I don't know what the fuck else I did. I'll think of it later. But I just I had a very productive day off of work, so I was still itching to get home and just be able to sit. Oh, I got the fucking title done. How could I forget that? So I get done with the fucking dermatology. I go to the DMV and I wait in a long, long fucking line, but I got in and I get my wife's car taken care of, and then I give her the paperwork for my truck, and I don't know. She's the truck. It's an old rust bucket. It's a '79 rust bucket that's been sitting in a field since 2009. I paid $1,800 for it, and that's what was wrote on the back of the title. And the lady, I don't know, apparently she's used to new cars. I don't fucking know. She's like, that seems pretty low. I'm gonna need you to get this signed, like a bill of sale and all this other shit. And I guess I can talk a little bit about it now. I don't know, maybe not. But getting a bill of sale signed by a dead guy is not an easy thing to do. Now, I did not kill anybody, but the man that last legally owned this truck died a couple years back. So, and I'm just guessing on that. Well, I guess I'm kind of guessing on that. I looked him up, and it showed. I saw obituaries for a man with the same name from the same town that died in 2022. So I was like, "Oh shit!" Um, and I talked to a couple friends, and they said, "You know what? You need to just try go to the DMV again and see what happens." So I leave and I go to another DMV, and boom, they were like, everything's fine. I went to more of a rural, more out by where I live, more of a rural area where they probably see this stuff all the time, because I was like kind of in the city when I went to the first DMV. So I don't know, but they took my paperwork, they typed everything in. I paid them 400 and some bucks, and I'm getting my title in a couple of weeks, which is awesome. So all the legal shit has been finished with this truck. This is a truck that nobody cares about. Nothing. I'm not doing anything fucking wrong here. Like, I just wanted a square body. I went out, I bought one, and now I got one. Okay, that's all. That's the end of the story right there. Uh, so I'm getting a title, but it's not going to be registered as of right now because I didn't do all that. It will not pass inspection. It needs a lot of work before it even gets to the work for passing inspection. So, um, yeah. So things are moving. I know I just sit here and I talk about this every single episode. But I want to let you guys know things are happening. I'm not fucking slacking on this. Yesterday I did slack. Sunday I slacked and I didn't even get out of my fucking underwear. Okay, I just hung out on the couch under a blanket watching TV and playing video games all day. It was awesome. I really enjoyed it. I needed a day of rest. and I got it. So, but I did feel bad about it later on. I'm like, I could have used this 24 hours. Well, it wasn't 24 hours, but I could have used this good chunk of time in my life to go out there and further my vehicle. I could have at least fired it up. I could do something with it. I could change the oil. I don't know. There's all kinds of stuff that needs to be done. But I so wanted to just lay around. And that's what I did. But, no, I think tomorrow I'm going to try to find a way to get my wheels that are in the bed of the truck right now. I'm going to get those wheels and I'm going to bring them into work. And then I'm going to get the wheels kind of cleaned up. Not the outside, really. I mean, a little bit. Maybe just pressure wash them or whatever. But the inside, I need to use a wire wheel, and I need to use some sort of spray paint or something on the inside of the wheel to keep them from rusting on the inside, because a couple of them are pretty rusty on the inside. So, not rust, like they just have like surface rust. And if I'm going to use balancing beads, I want everything to be nice and clean. So I'm going to clean the inside of the tires. I'm going to clean the inside of the rims, and I'm going to make it right. So those balancing beads won't. I mean, they're not supposed to clump up anyways, but just to make sure the balancing beads are working their best, I'm gonna need to make sure I keep it clean. And our air compressor at work, I think it has a dryer on it, so it no moisture should be coming through our air compressor, unlike the ones I have at my house, that aren't really well taken care of. And yeah, because on normal cars, a little bit of moisture in your tire isn't a big deal. But um, yeah, I would think for balancing beads, you don't want any liquid or dirt or grime or grease or whatever it may be to be inside your tires. So should be good. Today I'm driving the winch truck. I'm picking up a frac tank and I'm taking it to a Hy-Vee gas. So this should be interesting. It's in the city, so yeah, this should be an interesting day. I mean, I know tankers and stuff go to Hy-Vee gas all the time, but they make a special area for tankers at these gas stations, and sometimes these gas stations aren't really big and they're kind of awkward. So there's like one area that you can fit a semi, and that needs to be the tanker to fill up the fucking fuel for the gas station. So me driving another truck and trailer in there and then leaving my trailer there, it might become an issue, but we'll figure it out. We'll get it figured out. It shouldn't be a big deal. I'm rolling up to the place now, so I'm going to pause, and I'll be right back here shortly. Alright, we got the frac tank loaded up. I'm having trouble with my winch here. So it's got like a dog out button that lets it freewheel. And that was not it was not freewheeling. Okay, last time I used this, I could barely fucking pull it. And this time I could not pull it at all. But got the frac tank loaded up. They used a forklift and a strap to lift up the front end of the frac tank, and I just backed underneath it, and everything's good. I got brakes, I got lights, I got tires with air in them. There's a couple of fittings missing, so we had to work around that, get some fittings put on there. And then there was a bunch of fucking elbows for a containment stuck on here also. I had to get those all removed. But we're loaded up. I'm taking out a nice frac tank. Let's hope I don't lose my fucking airlines, because where they got the airlines is kind of in a bad spot. But we'll be all right. We're rolling. Yeah, I love coming here because there's a dude here that me and him talk. I saw he had a GTO here one time. Not an old GTO, a newer GTO, but I was like, dude, that thing's fucking badass. He's like, yeah, you should see my other shit, and he's got a bunch of others. He's got a bunch of cars. He does a lot with like 1320 video and stuff. Apparently, he's into all that race stuff just like me, which I think is awesome. So me and him sit and talk all the time. I hadn't even told him that I'm getting a square body yet. So had to give him the whole details on all that. We had to get a couple of caps, put on some of these fittings, and everything's good. Now we're rolling. My windows keep fogging up, so I gotta have the fucking heat on, but I am burning up. I'm gonna roll with some windows down for a little bit. Got the frac tank, yep, everything's good with it. And now, yeah, I don't know, it looks like a pretty simple route to get to where I'm going. I just hope once I get in there, there's not going to be a bunch of fucking... The fuck are you doing, dude? Fucking guy he just totally went into oncoming traffic to go around me. Fuck me, dude. The fuck are you doing, dude? And then he fucking flips me off. Can't believe people. Fucking minivan with a temp tag. It's like a Toyota minivan, missing a hubcap with a temp tag. I mean, it just... You just don't expect it from anybody, but you know, a Toyota missing a hubcap with a temp tag. That's just how it is. I don't know what the fuck his deal was, but he decided he wanted to fucking pass me. He passed me fine. There's no risk of fucking getting into him, but he passed me on the inside of a corner where I'm using, it's a one turn lane deal. And then he's on the inside and he's going to the outside. He's going right over across the tracks. And I'm going left. And he's fucking right in front of me. Motherfuckers. You know, fucking dumbass. What are you doing? I don't know. I thought about getting like a dash cam. It would be nice, like it's like a personal dash cam. So I just put it in just like my phone. I mount my phone up to in a phone mount, or set my phone somewhere every time I drive. And then it's just like I also have a dash cam. I just pull out and I plug in and I set it up on the windshield and just always have a dash cam. I need to. I should. The only problem with the dash cam is if you are I think you're bound by law that you're required to give up the footage, which, I mean, isn't a big deal. Like, I'm not out here fucking racing around fucking, like, trying to piss people off or anything. But, you know, it's just, a dash cam would be nice, but, you know, if you get into a situation where you're like, all right, and then you know, what if not having the dash cam would have been a better idea for you. Come on, Caddy. Jesus Christ, the light is starting to turn yellow. All right. Yeah, I used to have a dash cam back in the day, and I would just leave it plugged in, and um, basically it would just pick up because I would always back into at my work, and it would only the fuck is falling off this shit. It would, come on, truck. It picked up just everybody that was coming into the lumber yard I worked at, and but I had it on to where it auto delete, but I don't know it, and then eventually it got sunbaked, so it did not work any longer. So I'm thinking about getting me a new one. Um, I could start up my own compilation videos of just dummies on the road. That'd be kind of cool. Because of you guys, I feel like I'm just complaining and complaining and complaining every time I get on here and I talk about the fucking shitty drivers. Like, it'd be cool if I could show you too. I absolutely hate this on ramp that I'm going on right now because it's so fucking short, and it's coming. People are coming around a corner from the other side, so this should be an interesting time. It's not real. I mean, there's other ways. Obviously, any of these roads might go to where I'm going, but this one makes the most sense, and it's like part of a highway. It's like a highway deal, but the on ramp is just like the on ramp. Right, 2 lanes closed ahead. Okay, so this is even worse than normal. All right, coming in, and I got a big yield sign. I'm supposed to yield to you, and you're on the highway. It's just like there's no room to maneuver. It's just you're on the highway. Here we go. Yeah, I don't know. This is a crazy construction zone. I'm gonna go ahead and pause this, and I'll be back later. Okay. Well, got the frac tank dropped. I had to wait a little bit for some cars to get moved out of the way. Dropped it in I don't know, probably like 7 or 8 parking spots, and there's luckily all employee cars. So getting a hold of the owner was easy and simple to get those cars moved out of the way. Got the frac tank dropped. It was a little crooked, but that's where they wanted it. Or I told them I can fix it. I can make it straight. They're like, nope, don't touch it. They'll leave it right there. I said, all right, not a problem for me. Why is it saying? Oh, I guess I'm not turning. I'm going to go straight here. Such a weird intersection area. I guess I've never been really over here before. It seems like a pretty common area, but I've never been over here. Um, yep, I ordered balancing beats. So I'm just gonna sit here and keep talking about the Chevy over and over and over again. Um, yeah. So and the rest of my day is not set. So I have no idea what I'm doing the rest of the day. I brought my lunch, but I left it in my car at the shop because I knew I was going to be back pretty soon today. I'm actually a lot later than what I first imagined. Because I was like, oh, picking up a frac tank and dropping it off in Mission, not a not a big deal. So it took a little bit longer. I didn't realize that we were going to need to get some equipment from the rental place. There's a Village Inn restaurant over here. I have never known. When I went to Colorado, that's where the fucking idiot took me. He's like, "Welcome to Colorado." I'm like, "I've been to Colorado several times, buddy. Like, it's not a big deal." And he's like, "Have you ever eaten at a Village Inn?" I'm like, "Is that a Colorado special?" He's like, "Yes." I'm like, "I don't think I've ever eaten at a Village Inn. Let me check it out." It was the worst fucking. Not the worst. I've had worse by better places, but it was not good. Like, I will never. I'm not gonna go to a Village Inn. He's like, "They have pie." I'm like, "This is a fucking Perkins, dude. This is a goddamn Perkins. There's nothing special about it. You're a fucking Perkins called Village Inn. You're old as fuck. Nobody likes you. I don't know. There's people in there eating, which is kind of surprising. It's a Monday morning, and there's people sitting down and eating at the Village Inn. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. But, yeah, so that was a special dinner. One of our employees out of the Colorado branch was taking me because I drove a truck out to them, and then they were gonna fly me home, and they're all fucking dumb. Okay, I like them. People call me dumb too, but these guys were something special because they just guessed my last name for my plane ticket. They're like, "What's his last name?" I don't know. Let's just make something up, and it was like Kevin Jenkins or some shit. I'm like, "That's wrong." It was a very embarrassing at the airport because they insisted on buying my plane ticket for me because they wanted to give me the cheapest fucking plane ticket there ever was. It was the wrong fucking name. Plus, on top of that, I had just gotten my hazmat. This was a long time ago. I had just gotten my hazmat license, so I had a paper license. And I don't know if you know this, but trying to fly with a piece of paper as your identification is not good. Uh, so I had issues with that, and then they scheduled a shuttle to pick me up. The shuttle was running late, so I missed my fucking flight, and I spent I think 9 hours inside of the Colorado airport just hanging out. It was very embarrassing. Damn, buddy, you want to get closer, motherfucker? Um, and yeah, they took me to a Village Inn. They got me my hotel also. I was like, I got my own hotel. They're like, no, because the hotel comes out of our budget because you're doing work for us. So we're going to get you a hotel. I'm like, no, I want a Holiday Inn. They're like, no, you're going to go stay at the fucking Best Western or whatever the fuck it was. The cheapest fucking hotel they could find near the airport. I don't know. I just was like, you know what? Everything would have been a lot better if I would have just handled everything myself. But I would have rather handled my own dinner I would have rather, had a rental car or something because I didn't not like driving around with these guys. I don't know. They're all right guys, but they just did a lot of shit wrong, especially the fucking guessing my last name. Like, what the fuck? You guys don't know what my last name is, and you're gonna get me a plane ticket? Um, Yep, got the frac tank dropped. Smooth as butter. I could have done it a little bit smoother, but I had a lot of people standing there watching me. So I was like, I'd rather look a little less experienced and do it exactly the right way, rather than try to do it, when nobody's looking. You just do everything. It looks a little more violent, but it's still smooth. But I don't know. You got to trust your equipment before you can do it the right way. And I trusted this equipment, so I was thinking about just rolling out from underneath it all the way to the very edge of the frac tank, and then hooking my winch up, and then just letting it out and letting off the brakes, and it just come right down, nice and smooth and flat. Everybody'd be like, "Damn, this guy's been doing this a while." But there was a lot of people walking around, and they were pretty close to the fucking equipment. So I was like, I'm going to bring it down to where it nestles. Because it nestles in a spot. And then I hook up the winch. It's only like 6 inches shorter, but it requires you to do it a little bit differently. Then you got to actually pull out from underneath it again. Not a big deal. Got it dropped. And it's crooked, but whatever. I did curb the motherfucker when I was rolling over there, because I was in a parking lot, so they have all those little islands at the end caps, and I ran over one of the curbs with the trailer, but I don't think I even went in the grass. I think it just went up on the curb a little bit. Nobody's upset about that. Does this guy have a trailer? I hope not, because I'm coming over. The minivan back there was probably not going to let me in, but I fucking took it. Fucking minivans out here, I tell you. So, yep, I'm like right at my shop already. So, yeah, I started recording right as I was still in the parking lot of the place where I dropped it. So, not far at all. It's much longer to go over to the rental place to pick up the tank. This was literally right down the road. I guess we're in for some more bad weather tonight. I think it's going to be more southern, but they don't know. The future models tell you something's going to be bad, but it's kind of hard to really pinpoint where it's going to be. It looks like it's going to be south of us, like Oklahoma, but I don't know. We're on first warn weather tonight, so which is like, I don't know, our local TV deal that like, oh, first warn weather. We're going to be the first to warn you. I will not be watching you, okay? TV, I'm not watching you. I'm getting on YouTube. Ryan Hall, y'all. That's the guy I'm fucking watching. Go check him out. Ryan Hall, y'all. He does all the tornado fucking shit. And there's another guy, Max Velocity, which I like Max Velocity too, because the comments are even more egregious. I don't know. Last time I was on there was a lot of comments, people calling him gay and stuff. He was not reacting to him, but it was just kind of funny to watch that. And that does not happen with the Ryan Hall y'all one, because they're a little bit more of a professional group. And the Max Velocity guy is trying to he's trying to come up. And I mean, he's up there. He's a pretty big fucking guy on YouTube for the weather. But he records more often. Like Ryan, He's like, dude, I ain't recording tonight. It's just gonna be like 2 tornadoes. I don't care. I'm just kidding. I don't know what he says, but it's got to be like a big, or he hasn't recorded in a while type deal for him to get up there and go live. But the max velocity guy, he's like, there's a little bit of rain in Texas. We are recording live here, looking for the storm. It's like, hey, there ain't no. I don't know. I'm just kidding. He records more often, and he's still good. So I like to watch Max Velocity and Ryan Hall, y'all. Come on. Well, I guess taking off in fucking 7th gear is just not going to cut it. And you know what I really don't like about this truck is the blinker stays on. And but I don't notice the blinkers on. And then like I had that issue earlier when I was rolling up to the job site. People were in my fucking way and I'm like, get out of my way. But it was because I had my fucking blinker on. They were trying to stay out of the way while being in the way because I had my blinker on. They thought I was going to turn over there or something. One good thing is I did not use near enough fuel or depth to justify fueling up, so I'm going to just park this motherfucker over here and call it good. I'm excited about the balancing beads in the tires because if I do pick up like rocks and stuff, the balance, because if you balance your tires, you balance them clean and usually new. But if you get a rock stuck in your tire, rock is pretty fucking heavy to throw you out of balance. That the balancing beads will recompensate for that. I just hope I got enough. I got the 4-ounce bags, and I don't know. I'm thinking that might not be enough. Maybe should have got the 8-ounce bags because you got to think like, all right. Usually when somebody like a routine balancing of tires, how much weight normally goes on a tire? Now those are new tires that are fully, good and new. These are old tires that have been worn a little bit. So hopefully that will work out. The only thing that's killing me is now I gotta work all fucking day to we're gonna go ahead and park this right here. There's no reason to back it up any further. I gotta work all day looking at these fucking tires. But anyways, I'm back at the shop. Yeah, I'll come back to you at the end of the day.
Yo, so I'm at home now, and it is now 9 o'clock. I totally forgot to record an outro. Things went okay today. I delivered a second frac tank. What did I do? A trash truck broke down, so I had to bring a new tractor out there and switch it out. And then I went and delivered another frac tank. Everything went well. There's no real issues. So I don't know. I'm just gonna go ahead and end this right here because I totally forgot to record some more. If I left anything out, you'll hear about it tomorrow. Because as long as these tornadoes stay good, then I'll be going up into Des Moines in the morning. So I'll tell you about it then. But other than that, you all just have a great night and keep all 18 down. Bye-bye.